So Donald Trump is doing exactly what he said he would do and crash the economy. And this is genuinely like the stupidest thing he could have done. These tariffs are targeting trade deficits like they're a bad thing. In reality, it just means we buy more from those countries than they buy from us, which is normal. And I don't know if you've noticed, but America's not really a manufacturing hub. We don't have that many exports to begin with. Most of our exports are cultural, like movies, games, and music. And to make things worse, Trump has doubled down on the tariffs of China, and I'm pretty sure Xi Jinping is just running circles around this Swiss cheese brain tangerine. Because in terms of a tariff war, China's gonna win that, okay? We're not gonna win a trade war right now, are you kidding me? Luckily, CEOs in America have more foresight than this current administration, and a lot of companies like Apple shipped over a bunch of products before the tariffs went into place so they could have stock so they could sell products normally. Because if they didn't ship that stock beforehand, they would be paying these tariffs, and these tariffs are currently at 104%. Like, these tariffs will undoubtedly increase the cost of Chinese goods a lot. One of the worst parts about these tariffs is the fact that TSMC is also getting hit with a 100% tariff, which basically means every electronic device is going to cost significantly more until these tariffs are pulled back, because TSMC pretty much makes every single chip you've ever used in any kind of, electronic device ever. They make a lot of them. And I also think that we should have a TSMC factory in the United States of America. That's probably a good idea for like national security reasons, because it's kind of like a really bad thing that we can't make any of our own chips because we rely on them for like everything. The problem is it would take years to build. You can't just make one appear. Chip wafer factories are extremely sensitive and need to be built extremely carefully. There needs to be a lot of time and a lot of planning before you can just build a chip factory. And I don't even disagree with using tariffs as a tool. The problem is it's not being used as a tool at all. Like, America should not be reliant on other countries to make CPUs or GPUs or anything else, okay? We use chips in so many different things. We should not be reliant on a different country to make those chips. But you need to give companies like an incentive plan or like something to get the ball rolling. You can't just be like, okay, the tariffs are here now, you have to build here. And if you do give a company like TSMC the incentive to build here, aka money, they should also have to make good jobs that stay here. Like, what was the point in giving US car companies all that money forever ago when all they did was make mediocre cars at best that cost more than Toyotas? And then the jobs at these companies kinda suck. And I'm not saying that because they're factory jobs. I'm saying that because they're not paid fairly. And one of the reasons they're not paid fairly is because we lowered the corporate tax forever ago, and instead of companies paying their employees to get tax breaks, they stopped doing that and hoarded the wealth instead. Now the CEO just buys his 7th yacht. Everyone always talks about how the 50s were the best time in American history, but no one mentions the tax brackets of that time. We used to tax mega corporations a lot and tax rich people a lot because that's what makes a good society. We don't need to cut Social Security or Medicare to pay for things. We just need to tax mega corporations and billionaires and also make the Pentagon pass an audit. It was obvious Doge was just some corrupt stooges because they ignored the elephant in the room. And before someone leaves a comment saying if we tax rich people more, they'll leave the country. They won't, because Amazon warehouses are stuck in the country. Jeff Bezos can't leave. That goes for like every single billionaire. Most of their wealth is tied up in assets that can't be moved. They have to stay here. We can tax them just fine. And it's also really weird to me a subset of people defend billionaires so hard, especially when the things they buy with their money is like pathetic. Like, Jeff Bezos built a big sailboat with his money. Do you really think he deserved that? I would rather have that go to like Medicare or Social Security or something. This guy makes people pee in bottles in Amazon warehouses to buy big sailboats. And at least if it was something cool, I could understand the appeal. Like, there's a reason Elon Musk has fanboys and Jeff Bezos doesn't have fanboys. One owns a space company that catches rockets and the other owns Whole Foods. And that also goes to show how hated Elon Musk is, because he owns a space company that catches rockets and he's still the most hated person on Earth. And regardless of all that, tariffs aren't necessarily a bad thing. They can be used in a way to promote industry domestically. It's possible. The problem is, in Trump's circumstances, they didn't do any of the groundwork at all to actually make sure we had any of this industry in place or had a plan to make it, okay? He literally just tariffed every single product basically and was like, build it here instead. That's not how that works. You can't just do that. But yeah, these tariffs are like really stupid. They're gonna probably cause a Great Depression, and yeah, let's see what happens. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.